We have another new thing that we're going to start doing, and it's called the Anime Corner. 'Cause I just started watching Chainsaw Man.
Oh, so now you're watching it. Now we got to do a fucking spot on it.
No, we've been wanting to do it for a while, and
Dude, that kickback song's been stuck in my head all morning.
we didn't have an idea of how we wanted to go about it. But we're going to start with Champ because he has, I think, been watching the most. And Ryan, you said you've watched some.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we'll start with you,
stuff.
Champ. You go.
Well, I wish I could talk about newer stuff, stuff that is currently popular, but I'm not watching any cool current stuff. I'm a man that waits until things are no longer popular and then I watch them, so that I am not popular. It is a fault.
You're
I
medium popular.
Yes, no, not even. But yeah, so I've been currently watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and that I love that show. I think that if you're looking for like a comedy anime, at least, like that one's really it's I think all the comedy hits in that one, and I'm like about halfway through the first season. So I fucking love that. None of you guys have watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, right?
I have not.
Okay, definitely worth checking out. And like obviously because I have the new channel. If you guys want to check out my new channel, it's Medium Media, and I'm doing like a lot of anime stuff over there. I'm starting a Attack on Titan this week also, and that one I'm really excited for, especially since like I keep seeing all of these videos pop up on YouTube that are like, hey, I'm checking out the like anime openings for the first time. Like a bunch of people have like recently started doing that, just checking out like every anime opening for a TV show, like without even seeing the anime or whatever. And like apparently all the music is really good. We've checked out some stuff on here also. So like half of my enjoyment from checking out the animes I'm checking out right now is coming from like the music that's attached to it also, because that's kind of like gotten me into it. Like it's got some really, really cool fucking music. Even just the background music. I'm not even necessarily talking about the OSTs or the theme songs for the shows. Like
the score for the shows.
Yeah, like the scores for the shows. Like you'll hear like something in the background during a fight scene, and you're just like, shit, dude, that is like a fucking full-blown action movie soundtrack that you're hearing right now in like a 20-minute episode. And that's been one of my favorite, as like an anime newbie, that's like been one of my favorite parts about it.
Ryan, you said you were watching something with your son, right? With Elliot? You guys are binge watching some.
I think the thing we've been watching lately was just One Punch Man, but Attack on Titan I finished that whole, what was available. I finished it all here a few weeks ago, and it was, what a fucking ride, man. It was amazing. And there's something about, I mean, I grew up watching cartoons here, and I don't know. It's almost like, what am I getting at? Cartoons here kind of suck. Okay. Like the style, the anime style is so, they managed to fit so much, like with a minimum amount of frames, because it doesn't look super smooth a lot of times. The detail's really good. Sometimes you'll be watching it and it's just vocals. It's just like a narration, and the image is just kind of panning across the image, but it feels like you're watching a scene happen. It's just a brilliant way of actually making you pay attention to the story and what's being said. It's just neat seeing how different they all are from each other. And there's so freaking many shows to check out.
Have any of you watched Demon Slayer yet?
I've watched some of it, yeah. There's so many, it's hard to like.
I think we watched the
first.
first.
If you focus on one thing, you're missing out on so much else.
Yeah, I have like 1,000 animes I need to watch.
Yeah,
I think we started Demon Slayer and it freaked out Rosie. So,
oh wow,
because it's kind of scary.
Oh really?
Of the animes I've checked out anything from, that being Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and Soul Eater. Demon Slayer definitely takes itself the most seriously, so that like when like horror things happen or whatever, they really do lean into it. Like the fourth episode, I actually just posted the fourth episode, and it's the demon in that one. It's basically the whole episode is just Tanjiro, the main character, fighting like this demon that he finds, and it's like the first big one that he's like run into. And this thing is just made out of arms, bro, like literal, just like it's got like 45 arms and eyes in the middle, and every time its fucking disgusting little hands move around, you're just like, ugh, get out of here, bro, you have way too many arms.
Octopus.
They're really good at that, man, making it just like, ugh, some just weird
Yeah, Rosie's not so into that stuff. So
I would so for Rosie, I would recommend Jujutsu Kaisen, because even though there's some like weird stuff, like there's some weird, like they call them curses in that show instead of demons or whatever, where they can get a little gross. It's a little bit more cartoony in that, like, it's a giant, like, instead of it being like a demon with a bunch of arms, it'll be like, you know, a thing that looks like a giant slug or something like that. But they're also making jokes throughout the course of, like, even like the combat and stuff like that. Kind of like how Marvel does it, you know, how like if you watch like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, they kind of undercut some of the serious moments with comedy aspects. I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is
more digestible.
More like that. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Did with the One Piece being in the news with the movie and stuff, and music being associated with it. I looked it up and I started watching it, and my wife was sitting there. She's like, "What? How many?" There's like 1,000 shows. She was like, "We can't start watching this." What do you mean? She's like, "It's too many. We'll never be done with it."
It's a lot of a time investment trying to stay up on all that.
It's super. It's so, you know, it's such a different thing. You know, fucking.
But you're basically ensuring that you're not going to watch another one for like 5 years. Like that, you're stuck on that one now.
Right. I can go back and just check it out at my.
I can't even keep up with the music.
Super entertaining.
It's crazy because I don't watch TV barely like anymore. I used to watch a lot of Marvel stuff, and I just stopped because the movies just started getting horrible. So I just was like, fuck this, I'm not watching TV at all. I'm just gonna focus on watching music. And I was like, all right, the song to Chainsaw Man was really good, and I liked like snippets I've heard. And even after watching the second episode, the song at the end, I still don't know. Well, somebody commented on Patreon about it, so I know who it is now. But the music, of course, is always great, and that's what got me into Japanese music anyways, was when we tried to do an anime channel a while ago. But Chainsaw Man, like, we're watching it, for me, everything's just like, what? They can say that in this cartoon? What is going on? Because all I have is like me at 12 years old watching like the old Marvel stuff on Fox and all that going on. So like, and he's talking about like, not to give it away, I guess, like he's talking about giving away his testicle and his eye, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like, it took me back. I was like, oh, this is so. I guess I never really watched adult cartoons, I guess. So I'm like, what? And then my wife was just laughing the whole time because like this like a chainsaw dog, and we're like, I felt like I was on a mushroom trip or something. Like, I felt like I just did. I was like, the anime is just as complicated as the music. I'm like, all right, this is the visual version of the songs. Got it.
So would you say it stands up to the hype that it's like one of the more I don't know what the word would be, aggressive and violent of the shows? Of the anime shows? It's
not as violent as like when I watched Attack on Titan, the beginning. I still haven't finished it, but the very first episode was amazing. Man, they know how to hook you for a show, for sure. Because I am completely hooked after that first episode. It was just blew my mind. I was like, wow, all this in one episode, and the whole time my wife and I are like, oh, what? It's like bad shit after bad shit after bad shit, and we're like, how the fuck is he gonna get out of this? And we don't like how.
I gotta check it out now,
dude.
Like,
yeah,
he's lost body parts. He's like going through hell, and we're just like, I don't know, but just watch it. Like,
that's cool.
That was confusing.
I mean, that's a good way to write a hero's journey, is just beat him down to nothing, and then
dude, it's ridiculous.
They can't get out of it.
It's more than beat him down. Just watch it. Like, just watch the first episode. That's all you need to watch, and that'll like determine it. There's only 5 episodes too, so for me, I'm not gonna play catch up. I'm just gonna focus on new stuff that comes out, because Champ is gonna be down an endless rabbit hole, and I feel bad for you, sir.
Oh my god, bro! Honestly, luckily I finished Demon Slayer, so I don't have to like. I'm done with that. But like, I'm gonna finish Jujutsu Kaisen in like 2 months, and I'm just starting Attack on Titan, and then after that, I also watched the Cyberpunk show on Netflix, which Edge Runners, I think it's called Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It's like a Netflix
cool.
anime.
I like that too.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it?
That has to do with Blade Runner. I'm pretty sure it's like tied in the Blade Runner universe.
Oh wow.
Well,
Oh.
I know it's tied into the video game that I just finished playing called
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, which
Oh,
because
okay.
there's
Maybe I
actually
missed it up.
maybe, but there was actually because the reason that I watched the show, and I actually did record my reactions, but I wasn't really like paying. I was just watching. I wasn't like reacting, so I don't know if I'm ever going to post it or anything. But I was playing this video game, Cyberpunk 2077, and like suddenly I ran into this quest line that literally opened up Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And I was like watching an anime in the video game. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, where did this come from? Why am I doing this? And then I start doing the quest line. I was like, I got to look this up. And it turns out that they just integrated that at the same time that the Netflix show came out. And you're supposed to like kind of like play and watch along with it. I was like, that's fucking cool. So I watched it just so I could finish playing the quest line in the video game.
Okay, so does anyone have suggestions for people who like animes like Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service and, you know, not as violent ones?
More wholesome ones.
No.
I can tell you right now, Spy Family is probably for you.
Hey, My Hero
Spy
Academia. Well, how about that one? That show was pretty good when I was watching it. Or is that too violent?
My-
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's too violent.
One Piece isn't bad either. There's a lot there to
Oh,
watch.
I did watch.
yeah, an endless rabbit hole.
I
Okay,
forgot,
cool.
I did watch one season of One Punch Man. That was really good too. So my overall take
I
is
love that.
been very impressed so far with what I've seen. So, Ryan, you've seen all of One Punch Man or just only the?
Worked my way through the second season now because it wasn't available for a while or something. Whatever services I had didn't have it. So, but yeah, I love it, dude. I never laughed so hard. Never laughed so hard at a cartoon. Like, there's some hilarious moments, and there's some moments where it's like, "What the fuck?" It's
Yeah.
great, man.
I'll ask my son for you too, Wave, because he's at this point probably watched like 25 animes in the last year, which is just absolutely insane.
Dang.
But he's got a great discography of knowledge now. So
Sweet.
yeah, I'll find something. But I have heard a lot of good things about Spy Family recently, and I've heard it's like the most wholesome popular one that's around right now. But I
Sweet.
could also suggest Soul Eater. I don't think that one takes itself too seriously or anything too. And it's only 50 episodes and you're done.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's why with
Alright.
at least there's only 5 episodes of Chainsaw Man, and like with the One Punch Man, I don't think there's a lot of seasons, right? I've only watched one season. I haven't seen the
Two.
second one. There's only 2.
Anime.
Yeah, so it's like easier to get caught up.
Well, there's like a ton of fucking comics that it's based on. Is it based on the comics? I think so. I was in a
The manga.
bookstore the other day, and there was like just fucking volumes. I was like, oh my god, there's so much, so much.
I feel like pretty much every anime is based off of a manga. Like
I thought
like
they all
at least
were.
like 90% of them, 95% of them.
Right.
I assumed that they all were. Is there some that are not? Or
Was Pokemon a manga before it was a TV show?
oh, that's a good point. I always forget that was an anime.
Because I'm not really sure if all of them are. But
Was
I
it a
know that,
TV
like,
show
good
before it was a
amount are.
card game?
I don't know. We just got a super chat in here from Dennis Calhoun. He says Cyberpunk started as a tabletop RPG by Steve Jackson Games, but lots of inspiration came from that movie Ryan mentioned, Blade Runner. Steve Jackson Games got raided by the FBI because it had elements too close to real hacking. And they were teaching people how to break the law.
Wow.
So was this was before what's that? CD Projekt Red took it over?
They made 2077. They made the video game.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think they were making. I don't think CD Projekt Red makes tabletop games. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Any final thoughts on anime stuff?
I just have one question because
Yes.
you guys were both, you and Ryan were both mentioning that you didn't really like American cartoons that much. I'm wondering if you're thinking more along the lines of like Rugrats and Doug.
That's
Or
all I
like-
know.
No, I mean,
that's
like-
all I knew. So seeing this, it like shocked the fuck out of me. I'm like, what am I watching? Like, this is
There's
actually
definitely some
enjoyable.
good fucking shows now, but I'm thinking like childhood. Like there was fucking GI Joe and Transformers. They were horrible. They were drawn bad. They looked
Hey,
bad. The voiceover
Captain
was
Planet.
bad.
Hey,
Not that I didn't
Transformers
enjoy
was
'em.
great. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
He-Man was one of the worst things ever.
Oh,
Fucking
He-Man
bad.
was terrible.
But- and at the same time, there's a lot of anime that is almost the same style then as it is now. You know what I mean? Like watching One Piece, there's some old episodes and it's just as action packed, and the implied movements of things and like explosions and shit are just fucking great. You know, I think the Batman animated series took a lot from anime style and incorporated into that, and that's one of the best animations from my youth there was. And it was, they learned from, you know, watching Japanese anime.
You know what I love so much about the Batman animated series? The way that they would do it on black paper instead of doing it on white paper, so that the backgrounds all looked dark all the time.
Oh,
that concept is so fucking cool to me. So if you go back and watch the show, everything happens at night because it's all done with black paper.
And speaking on that though, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy, man. He just died.
Right. Just this week.
Voice of my freaking childhood, dude.
I know, right?
Oh, wow.
It sucks. R.I.P. Kevin.
Man.
I did not know that.
He just a couple days ago. Huge. I mean, that's the main thing he's most known for, and it's a defining voice of Batman for many, many people.
Definitely. I mean, that show is like super important to the lore of Batman in general. It literally introduced Harley Quinn. Like, she didn't exist in the comics or anything like that. They made her for that show.
Oh wow. Did not know that. So this is a new segment, guys. If you guys do like us doing this, go ahead and vote on that poll. So we're just testing it out. Not anything permanent yet. We're just like, let's just try it out, see if people enjoy it. If you guys do enjoy it, vote on that poll where it says, do you like having an anime segment? And I do like watching the anime because of the music going with it, and the Maximum the Hormone song makes way more sense now. It makes way more sense. And the ending, like I said, the ending song for the second one was amazing. I think I'm more intrigued by the story, of course, but like I love knowing now what the song is about. Like now when we go listen to Otto, like I do want to check out Eric's gonna do a review on like One Piece from Dichotic, because he watches so much anime. He knows so much about it, but he's seen like so many shows and movies, and he has like a cool take on that, on how the Otto songs go with the One Piece films and everything. And
I want to hear about that, because I do think that the music is like the main reason that I watched Demon Slayer in the first place was because of Lisa, you know, because she did the theme song, and then Emma, or Amer, as many of us know her, she did the second season theme song, and I had already known a lot of music from both of those. So just the idea that they were doing the theme songs was what made me choose Demon Slayer in the first place. I love the relation. You don't get that in American TV, where there's like, you get that, you hear this song that you fucking love and it's great and it makes you want to watch the TV show that's attached to it. Most American TV shows don't even have lyrics in the theme songs anymore, if they even have a theme song nowadays.
Yeah, and the music's very elevated, just like the cartoons and the artwork and the storylines. It's just like the music, very complex. It's not something simple, and they're not afraid to say things, you know, either. That's the thing that stood out to me, is like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of stuff here, cartoons are kind of like just becoming lame. Like the stories.
Well, that's what I was actually going to ask before, though. Like, because like if we're talking about cartoons, like you know, the ones that Ryan mentioned, or like the Nickelodeon shows, then I agree. But like then you got stuff like South Park and Family Guy, and they're definitely pushing the envelope a lot of the time.
South Park is like the last man standing, kind of. I feel like even Family Guy kind of got like, you know.
I don't really watch the new episodes of either of them anymore. But the fact that they're still, I don't think they're bitching out. I think they're still pushing.
Family Guy still going? Yeah. But here's like back to what Ryan was saying. Like, compare the animation compared to the animes. It's like night and day.
So different, you know.
Yeah.
I think the animation Family Guy is great. Honestly,
I do too.
It always looks really good, but it's not an action.
Yeah, it's a creative choice, right?
But it's like only one style. It's only one style of like. In America, like South Park and Family Guy are kind of just making fun of current times. So like, it's not. Yeah. I can't think of one American like cartoon that's dark that has a storyline like that intricate or intense. If you guys can name one, I'd
have to think about that. Honestly, I can't think of one right off the top of my head either. But I'm sure there's gotta be one, at least a couple out there.
I mean, someone mentioned Simpsons, but again, Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park are all very similar to making fun of current events. It's comedic,
and
you
And
know?
they're like one-off episodes most
And
of the
one-off.
time.
Yeah.
There's
They're
not,
not-
usually like a long story arc that they're following.
exactly.
I know. I've been missing stuff that's just like pure escapism, fantasy story, and
Exactly.
not reminding you how much real life sucks. You know, like
Like
everything is just reminding you how terrible the world is instead of giving you escapism. You know,
Yeah.
reference humor will do that. Yeah, it brings you into reality instead of taking you out of it.
yeah.
Yep. But yeah, let us know if this is something you guys are interested in. We can keep doing it. If not, you know, we'll take it out. We just want to try it out today. We'll try it out a couple times and see if people will dig it or not. And you guys let us know. Let us know on the guys Discord too. If it's something you guys are into, we can add a tab and all that stuff over there for that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
This Guys clip is sponsored by us. Check out our new merch we got. We got Misa Misa shirts, we have MAIDIAC shirts, we have Guys shirts, and we have a lot more designs coming out. But right now, from the 15th to the 20th, you get 20% off on anything that you order in the shop.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.